Well, I've been having a play with the old 3D resin printer, or more accurately, my wife has been playing with it and I make the kits. So she purchased a file which was a Ben Affleck Batman sort of era now sculpt that a talented guy had done. I'll try and put a link in the comments. So we've been printing off, we printed off small to start with. You can see it's really nice. He's got stubble moulded on. It looks a bit sad, but so I've just undercoated this one. I did it in clear red resin because we got a lot of that, and it's come out quite nice. Still a few bits that need filling, like there's a line that's appeared there, and then this is where the struts are, so I need to sand all this down. But then we thought, what would it look like in larger, as sort of a 1/6 scale head? So we've done it a bit larger. It's not quite 1/6 though, so I'm going to paint this one today, and this is in the flesh coloured resin, which the camera doesn't like. So I'm going to sand this one down. Again, not as bad. A little hole appeared there, and then we can paint him. So I'm going to go and undercoat him, and then we'll see what we can do with him. Okay, I'm going to undercoat it. I'll be back in a second. Well, I've undercoated the figure, done a bit of filling on him on his back, and you can see it is a really nice resin print. So what we're going to do first is undercoat this, well, coat it I should say, we're not undercoat it, in Cadian flesh tone mixed with some Vallejo light flesh. Okay, so I'll finish coating him, give him another couple of coats, we'll come back and start shading. Okay, so he's all undercoated. So all we're going to do now is add some shading in using Resin Flesh Shade. There we go, so what we're going to do is let that dry and come back. Okay, so the wash has dried, so what we're going to do now is blend it in using a lightened version of the flesh shade with a very, very dry brush. Okay, you can see it's got shading, but not too obvious. So what I'm going to do now is mix up a slightly lighter version of the flesh shade, just to do the highlights on the face. Basically just mixing a bit of white in. Clean the brush off with thinners because I don't want it to get contaminated, so I'm going to do red, dry brush and some red into the cheek area just to give it a bit of warmth. And my red I always use, Mephisto Red by Citadel, is absolutely gorgeous red shade. It goes on so well. It's good pigmentation in these Citadel paints. Highly recommend them. And they're not that much more expensive than like a budget paint. And again, after using red, always wash your brush in thinners, get it all off because it will stain whatever you're trying to do. So I'm going to fill in his eyeballs in white. I'm going to mix a bit of the red with the flesh shade to make a lip colour. I don't want it too red, just to darken the flesh shade. Blue eyes, with dark blue eyes by the look of it. So we're going to use some Macragge blue. Make sure he hasn't got a weird stare going on. Yep, that's fine. Going to run some more flesh shade into his mouth because the lip colour covered it a little bit. Going to run a bit into the eyes because no one has perfect white eyes. Just a tiny black dot above the eye, for the pupil of the eye, and then a tiny white line above the eye. And then a tiny white dot just to make a reflection in the eye. There we go. I'm going to do his eyebrows. It's going to be a dark brown. So Resin oxide mixed with a little bit of black. And then his hair, I'm going to do in the same Resin oxide, and then we can use various shades to lighten it. I'm going to finish painting the hair and we'll come back once that's dried. So the hair's drying. While the hair is drying, I've added a few of his blemishes. Now I'm going to add some stubble. So it's going to use the same brown for the hair and very, very, very lightly dry brush it on. You get the idea. So I'm going to do that on the other side, and by then the hair will have dried. Okay, so you can see I've added stubble. Just look miserable, don't he? Does look miserable. Right, let's lighten the hair a bit. So I'm going to use to start with, do some various different shades of brown. Sorry, I just had to go in there, clean my brush up. Okay, and we're going to go on to a lighter brown. Right, now I'm going to go in for pure white to give him the grey bits. There we go. So I'm going to do then, as a final touch, is get some gloss varnish. Got some somewhere. And for gloss and matte varnish, I use this stuff, Do Crafts. It's available from like Hobby World now. It's really, really good. It's dirt cheap. It dries amazingly well. The matte is beautiful. I use it on all my figures. So all I'm going to do with the glass is into his eyes to give it a bit of sparkle, and also his lips. That's pretty much him done. I've really been impressed with this print. In fact, I mean, this was printed on the Photon S by AnyCubic. It's been such a good printer. Oh yeah, there's old Ben. So I might lighten. I think I've put his blemishes on a bit heavy, so I'm just going to lighten it slightly with a bit of dry brushing. Otherwise it'll annoy me. Yeah, so there's, let me just get rid of the rest. So there's Ben Affleck, the second best Batman after Adam West. It's a shame he left. Not Adam West, I mean Ben Affleck. He was really good. I enjoyed Justice League. But there you go. So yeah, it's a hollow print, so it's nice and light, doesn't take a lot of resin. I'm going to do one 1/6 scale, which will be a bit bigger, and put it on the body. But I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please like and subscribe. Any comments down below. If I can get any more of these heads, I will, and I'll try and put the link in for the site we purchased this 3D file from. And thanks for watching. See you again next time. Bye.